Now on CoastTV News.
Closing the door on houseboats, legal action that could unfold after Ocean City banned these floating structures. High heat on the horizon. Tips to keep yourself and your pets safe during this week's heat wave.
This is CoastTV News at 6.
The future of this houseboat, out of the water and up in the legal air. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Mallory Metzner. Welcome to our news at 6. We begin tonight with the future of houseboats in Ocean City.
The town council officially restricted commercial houseboats in town, but will the company who runs them, Sea Rocket, listen? CoastTV News reporter Kevin Zapay shows us why this story may just be getting started.
With a unanimous vote, Ocean City Town Council deemed commercial houseboats dead in the water.
And we'll continue to support marine-related activities and not become residential areas. And I think that was extremely important. I think that was the genesis of this ordinance, and I do support the ordinance being passed on second reading.
The company Sea Rocket, who's known for boat rides and parasailing, was looking to add a houseboat for people to rent in Ocean City. But with this houseboat ban now passed, Sea Rocket may have to tread lightly if they're still planning on renting the houseboat out. In the past, the CEO of Sea Rocket told CoastTV he plans on taking Ocean City to court. He said he believes the council has no say on what is or isn't allowed in these waters. He also thinks this would be a great addition to the town, something the Curry family can agree with.
I think they're really cool. We actually were at dinner last night looking at them, saying that we would want to rent them. She actually wants to live on one day. So yeah, I think that they're really a cool addition. We would do that for sure.
But Kathy Rambo and her husband, who has been coming to Ocean City for years, thinks they shouldn't have rentals in the water.
The water should be free and, for everybody to just enjoy without more clutter.
With Ocean City officially banning these houseboats in town, there's still no word on if Sea Rocket is going to move this houseboat or take legal action. I'm Kevin Zapay in Ocean City, CoastTV News.
And it's not just houseboats. The Ocean City Council approved an emergency ordinance about fines for signs on the boardwalk. That emergency removing the need for a second reading. The rules determine how far signs can be and even what types of items can be displayed. That's already the case. And the new information now is previously the first violation was a verbal warning. This new rule makes a first offense a $500 fine. Although, and this is important, officers do have discretion on this and can issue a written warning.
New in Lewis, Delaware State Police continue to investigate a water rescue that left one man dead. According to police, Monday night, a 57-year-old man from East Prospect, Pennsylvania, swam out from a spot off Camp Arrowhead Road to check on crab pots. A person on a nearby boat saw the man becoming distressed, and they jumped in the water and swam him to shore. Rescue crews attempted life-saving efforts, but police say the man was pronounced dead at the scene. Detectives continue to investigate.
Today, President Biden unveiled a new executive action that shields approximately 500,000 immigrants from deportation. It's aimed at Americans whose spouses or children may be non-citizens. And here locally, the nonprofit La Esperanza, who has helped immigrants for nearly 30 years, says this is a big deal. The co-executive director of La Esperanza says executive orders can be fickle. They hope eventually there's a more permanent solution.
I think if someone wants to see, real change, and if someone says we should go through the regular means, then we really have to have a frank and an honest conversation of what does that actually look like.
However, Garcia says this is a step towards helping families whose parents have different immigration statuses.
And that brings us to our CoastTV poll. We want to know, do you support Biden's action shielding 500,000 immigrant spouses from deportation?
Let's take a look at the updated results from last news hour. It still is a majority no, but every time we have ran this poll, that no has gone down a little slightly and yes has gone up.
That's right. So we'll keep running this poll tonight on CoastTV News at 11. If you haven't voted yet, you still can. Go to coasttv.com or our mobile app.
On the note of President Biden, tonight he is expected to come to Rehoboth Beach for a short stay. According to the White House, the president will make his way to his North Shores home and stay there until Thursday. The FAA is putting in a temporary flight restriction for the coast at 10 p.m., and that will last until 9 p.m. on Thursday.
Bethany Beach is beginning to work on setting a date for their town council election. According to this week's agenda, the town is looking to possibly vote on setting the election date for Saturday, September 7th. Voting hours would be from noon to 6 p.m. if that's approved. The town will meet this Friday at 2 to talk about this potential date. And now we're taking a live look outside into Ocean City. Clear blue skies, a perfect beach day, just a little bit hot out there. I hope everyone is doing what they can to stay cool and hydrated. Let's check in with First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams on our first look at the weather tonight.
Well, when you take a look at what we're dealing with right now, you'd think we're already in the midst of the summer season. What summer officially kicks off on Thursday, but we feel every bit of summer right now as we speak. I mean, although we're at 75 degrees, relatively mild in Ocean City right now, courtesy of our DryTech camera, we do have the dew point temperature of 66. And that elevated dew point temperature, well, that creates the muggy feeling that we have outside. Temperatures will settle into the lower 70s with mostly clear skies. Here's a look at the temperatures right now, 74 in Rehoboth, but 87 in Redden, 85 in Seaford, 83 right now in Georgetown. Now, measure this against our norm. 84 is the norm, 88 is where we ended up for the high today. But remember, 97, well, now that's the record for this date. So we're not breaking any records. But I'll tell you what, as you take a look at our day part forecast for tomorrow, we are going to rise quickly into the 80s for tomorrow, feeling like the 90s. And by the way, we felt like 100 in certain areas, and more of those 100s are coming around for everybody, Maddie. And guess what? When they hit, it's going to hit hard, especially this weekend.
Thank you. Today, Congresswoman Lisa Blunt-Rochester officially filed to run for U.S. Senate. Tuesday also marks 1 year of the campaign for the Senate seat. Outside of the Delaware Department of Elections, the Congresswoman reflects on the 4 terms she has come to serve already and her intentions for the future.
My hope in this campaign is to bring bright hope, to have us work together, to have us love each other, even the people you don't like, and do it for the betterment of all of us, all of our families. And so I'm really excited about this run.
At this moment in time, Blunt-Rochester will run for the Senate seat against Republican Eric Hansen.
The city of Lewis and Del Dot are nearing the final leg of their Lewis Bike Plan, and they want your thoughts. According to Del Dot, the Lewis Bike Plan seeks to create a community that encourages walking and bicycling for fun, errands, and commuting. Officials also have outlined a goal of having safe and well-designed walkways and bikeways. You can view the plan on Del Dot's website and submit any comments you may have on the draft plan by June 28th.
Now on that note, the Lewis Bicycle and Pedestrian Advisory Committee, they're getting together next week to talk about a different couple of topics on biking. One is possible action on where bike racks could go at George H.P. Smith Park. Officials are also going to be looking into the idea of creating a bike infrastructure subcommittee. All of this is happening on June 25th.
Finding parking when you're visiting the beach can be tricky. We all know that. On that note, this Friday, Bethany Beach Town Council will be looking into possibly installing a seasonal overflow parking lot. According to the town's agenda, officials will be talking about putting a seasonal lot on the Bethany Beach Christian Church property. If approved, the lot could be near the playground and basketball courts on North Pennsylvania Avenue.
Heading to the Seaford area now, Del Dot is inviting the public to learn more about a proposed project to replace the bridge on Old Furnace Road over the Nanticoke River. There will be a workshop next Monday at Seaford Middle School for people to learn why replacements are needed and potential improvements that could be made.
Here's something you want to make note of if you live in Milton. Due to the Juneteenth holiday tomorrow, the town says weekly trash collection will be on Thursday, June 20th. Yard waste pickup will be on Friday.
And some important information from the city of Milford about this year's property tax appeals process. If you own property and you want to appeal the value of your property under the current assessment, you must submit a complete and signed appeal application to the Customer Service Department by 4:30 p.m., but you have some time. That's not till Monday, July 8th. Right now, if you want to know what that assessment is, just go down to City Hall. Officials in Milford will review appeals July 22nd. It's a little bit complicated, and if you want to know more about it, we do have that information on our website, coasttv.com. But that's not all. We have a lot more news to get to this evening.
How you can learn more about bees and their life cycle to celebrate Pollinator Week.
And as we get progressively warmer with each passing day, Saturday we could be in a day for searing sunshine. Sunday as well. I'll explain why coming up.
Temperatures soaring to dangerous levels. How to stay safe in the extreme heat and protect the most vulnerable loved ones when we're back in just 60 seconds.
When choosing windows and doors for your home, at Pella, it's your choice. We manufacture maintenance-free vinyl, fiberglass, and wood-clad windows and patio doors, all with lifetime warranties. High performance, energy efficient, and loaded with options to help make your house your home. Industry-first features and benefits make living easier and increase your home's value. Visit our Experience Center or call us today to schedule your free in-home consultation, where we bring the showroom to you.
The best of the best pre-owned vehicles are at IGBurton.com. Delmarva's pre-owned headquarters. We sell only the best of the best. Cars, trucks, and SUVs. And IG Burton will pay you top dollar for your trade-in, no matter what you drive. Shop the best of the best pre-owned vehicles right now at IGBurton.com. From vehicles under $10,000 to vehicles over $100,000. You'll find what you're looking for at IGBurton.com. Nobody beats a Burton deal on pre-owned. Nobody.
This is Coast TV News at 6.
Fans, a pool for dogs, and electrolytes are essential for getting through the heat wave expected from Thursday to next Tuesday in our area.
Coast TV News reporter Ana Sofia Roman shows us what you should do to keep yourself and your pets safe.
If you think it's hot now, just wait. Temperatures are expected to be in the mid and upper 90s and feel like 100. Robert Murray, Sussex County's public safety director, says this heat is downright dangerous for some.
When we start stringing together 3 or 4 days, we really start to see our vulnerable population take the effects of that. So the elderly, the young children, or those with pre-existing health conditions, they need to be aware and listen to their body. Drink lots of fluids, stay indoors, avoid the hottest part of the day, which is midday. If you have to go outside earlier in the morning or later in the evening and do whatever work you need to then.
If you have dogs at home, keeping them inside during a heat wave is the #1 thing.
If your dog needs a short walk in the morning, great, let them, go out in the morning and then wait until the heat of the day is over to take them out again. If you have a dog that does have to go outside more frequently than say every 5 or 6 hours, make sure it's a very, very short walk.
Some locals are already planning how they will spend the hot days ahead.
I'm gonna float in my pool and stay nice and cool and hydrated with lots of water.
With temperatures rising, finding ways to stay cool is crucial for everyone.
The place to be is in the air conditioning, and if you don't have air conditioning, the time to plan for that is now, and think about where you're going to spend the hottest part of your day. The local libraries have air conditioning, or are great examples of places that, if you need to go and get in the AC for a couple of hours, visit your local library.
Trying to stay cool in the summer days ahead. In Georgetown, Ana Sofia Roman, Coast TV News.
Now, there's a big difference between heat exhaustion and heat stroke.
Let's show you an example. You can see the symptoms for both. Heat exhaustion means you feel faint or dizzy, have excessive sweating along with a rapid, weak pulse. That's the orange side of your screen you're looking at here. If you think you have heat exhaustion, first responders say try to get inside somewhere cool and drink water as long as you are still conscious.
Now, on the right of your screen are all the signs of heat stroke. This looks like a throbbing headache with no sweating, along with red, hot, and dry skin. If you think you or someone you know is experiencing this, call 911.
And it's important to know the difference between the two. I couldn't agree more. All right, our golf forecast. If you're going to go out golfing tomorrow, okay, be careful, take your sunblock, and extra water is required.
Dad, I need your help. I am in over my head with this house. I've got buckling floors, doors that won't close, sick kids, and a frustrated wife. Did you call Dry Zone? No, I called the cheaper guys. You've got to call Dry Zone. They're the oldest and the best. Just like you, Dad.
Protect your largest investment with Delmarva's local choice, Dry Zone, the oldest and the best.
When you take a chance, chance can take you to unexpected places. Whoa. Bet Rivers and Delaware Park Casino. Feel the rush.
Hi, I'm Sussex County farmer Blaine Hitchens, and I plant cover crops to improve my soil health. Cover crops help with nutrient cycling, weed suppression, and also reducing our input costs. I'm also improving water quality and my soils are more productive, increasing my yield and bottom line. Healthy soils produce healthy crops. Cost share signups are going on now. To take advantage of the financial assistance, stop by the Conservation District to enroll in the Cover Crop Cost Share program because every acre counts.
Kickstart your summer with Gateway Subaru, where they have more in-stock Subaru inventory to choose from than other dealers have combined. Get ready for adventure with a 2024 Subaru Outback or Subaru Forester with financing as low as 0.9%. Need more space? Go big with the 2024 Subaru Ascent with financing as low as 2.9%. Electrify your journey in a new 2024 Subaru Solterra with financing as low as 0%. Gateway Subaru, just minutes from the beaches in the heart of Delmarva. Higher standards.
Your roof is the first line of defense against the elements, but is ready for the next storm? If it's time for a new roof, call Hershey Exteriors. As a GAF Master Elite contractor, we offer the industry's best warranty. Our roofs come with a Golden Pledge 50-year warranty on materials and a 25-year workmanship warranty that is backed by GAF. Call Hershey Exteriors, your trusted roofing pros, and get 0% financing for 12 months because life is sweeter with Hershey Exteriors.
Download the free CoastTV First Alert weather app today.
Right now, we are slowly simmering our way to 100 just about everywhere, although we did have a hot spot. I'll tell you that and show you that in just a moment. Earlier, this around lunchtime, actually. In Milford, our Bay-held camera, 85 degrees right now with winds at about 11 miles per hour. Will drop from the 80s into the mid-70s by 10 o'clock. Thanks to the clearing skies, relatively light winds. Here's where we ended up for the day. We warmed to 88 for the high in Cambridge, Easton, Georgetown, as well as Salisbury. But take a look at our heat index tracker. We tracked the heat index climbing to 100 in Seaford, actually, and everybody else around there pretty close to that. You see, we have an excess heat watching effect for Newcastle. Technically, not for Kent or Salisbury, but guess what? We're in the neighborhood, okay? So when you take a look at the entire Northeast, you see that everybody in the Northeast, practically everybody, is under at least a heat advisory. This is a heat watch, which means this, okay, and in Newcastle is worse than this. But in Pittsburgh, they're under a warning right now, and thunderstorms are just firing up all over the place there. Our air quality is also beginning to start to diminish a bit. So we're seeing widespread yellow dots everywhere. Now, this has actually been updated since the last hour. So we've gotten back to being at least a good place through all of the Delmarva Peninsula, with the exception being the extreme northern portions of the peninsula. Here's where the temperatures are right now. We're at 87 in Redden, 80 degrees in Milton, 82 in Millsboro. Now, it feels pretty close to the actual temperatures for right now. So we're not dealing with oppressive humidity yet. But it is on the way. By the way, our 3-day ultraviolet index is going to stay elevated to very high 4 days to 5 days in a row. We may go from 9 to 8, but you know, that difference is kind of like tomato, okay? Winds are out of the south for the highs tomorrow. 87 for the high in Georgetown, Millsboro, 88 for the high in Seaford. Watch Seaford. Seaford's going to go bonkers over the next couple of days with the heat index, by the way. 88 for the high in Easton, Denton, and Federalsburg. And then we're expecting a high of 85 in Salisbury and Princess Anne with the winds out of the south with sizzling sunshine. Let's talk about the big story. It's how hot it's going to feel, or the future feels like. 2:30 tomorrow in the upper 80s. Thursday is going to feel like 90s in Ellendale, 89 in Seaford. Thursday, the first day of summer, tolerable, okay? Friday, it starts changing, 93. Saturday, we're at 100 in Ellendale, Seaford, Del Mar. Sunday, we're at 103 in Ellendale, Milton, and in Seaford, and we're triple digits on several locations and staying there. So our muggy meter is going to continue to escalate with the dew point temperature climbing into the 70s. So overall, for the next 3 days, we're going to see escalating temperatures along the entire shore, whether it's Ocean City or Fenwick Island. We escalate and go higher. The UV index stays elevated as well. Finally, here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling Extended Forecast.
Paul, thank you. The Millsboro Police Department's basketball court, it's open for business, or games, I guess, but you can see that on your screen now. Good news, the court is open to the public. Parking is available in the front parking lot right in front of the police department.
To celebrate Pollinator Week, the historic Lewis Farmers Market will be holding demos with the Lewis Beekeeping Club. You can learn about the life cycle of the bee, how beekeepers care for bees and their hives, and how honey is harvested. Demos kick off at 10 a.m. this Saturday at George H.P. Smith Park.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
The Phillies are hoping to keep their bats hot tonight while coming off a 9-2 victory over San Diego. Kyle Schwarber went deep twice and Trey Turner singled twice in his return last night. A strong start to a 6-game homestand after losing 5 out of 9 on the road. First pitch versus the Padres is at 6:40 p.m. On Into the Trenches, the Wildcat legacy, we saw Del Mar leave everything on the field while falling short of a district title and playoff spot. But their journey does not stop there.
On the next Into the Trenches.
You know why we're here for this preview?
Do you ever think he would stop coaching at any point?
Sometimes I think, all right, this will be it.
At times, it seemed like, well, I'll never stop. I don't know how we'll look back on the 23 team. These are things that will stick with me the rest of my life.
Into the Trenches, the Wildcat legacy, Thursday at 7:30 on Delmarva Sports Network.
That'll do it for sports. Have a great night.
Patty was driving home from the grocery store thinking about what to make for dinner. Carl was driving home from the sports bar having had 3 shots of whiskey and a pitcher of beer. Unfortunately, when the light turned red, Carl didn't notice and crashed into Patty, sending her to the hospital. Patty fought for her life. We fought for her justice. Folks, if you've been injured in a car accident, tip the scales of justice in your favor. Call Schwartz & Schwartz today.
Download the DSN app today, driven by Preston Automotive Group.
Why wait? Call All Exteriors and get your roofing or siding quote on the spot. They have same-day and Saturday appointments available to do a thorough inspection and to show you design options. Call All Exteriors for your free quote today.
In 1924, my grandfather, J. Con Scott, decided to start a life in the furniture business. I'm proud to say that as the 3rd generation, we celebrate our 100-year anniversary. From a humble small-town furniture store to an interior design destination, with 35,000 square feet in Selbyville and our newest location in Rehoboth Beach. J. Con Scott, celebrating our 100-year anniversary.
Uneven concrete at your home or business? It's unsightly and unsafe. Call Morris Masonry, Delmarva's exclusive spray foam systems, concrete leveling, and masonry contractor. Morris injects safe polyurethane to slowly level the slab. It stabilizes the ground below, reducing erosion and settling. Leveling is half the cost of pouring new, and it's done in as little as 1 day. Call Morris Masonry for an expert analysis. No job is too big or too small. They'll fix your front step or even a shopping mall.
Or city sidewalks, or a highway.
Need a roofing or siding repair? All Exteriors serves all of Delmarva with prompt, friendly service. Get that repair off your to-do list. Call or visit allexteriorsmd.com. Roofing, siding, gutters, and more. All exteriors, all taken care of.
This summer, pack your bags and head to Ocean City, Maryland for free family fun all summer long. Watch beach movies, build sandcastles, and gaze at colorful kites, all completely free. Bust a move from the beach to the bay with beach dance parties, Sunset Park party nights, and Sundays in the park with fireworks, all completely free. Enjoy arts and crafts, discover Ocean City's history, and be in awe of acrobatic stunts at the circus, all completely free. So get going. Family memories are waiting to be made in Ocean City, Maryland. Plan your trip now at OCOcean.com.
WRDE First Alert Weather, brought to you by Ocean City, Maryland.
Beautiful sunshine and temperatures in the 70s for late tonight thanks to clear skies. We still have excessive heat warnings in the Pittsburgh area. For the Northeast, a heat advisory. A little closer to home, Newcastle County. Yeah, we actually have an excessive heat watch active right now. That I wasn't planning on showing you again, but that's just a fun day that I've been having with my computer today. So, hey, another look at your forecast. Don't forget our forecast line. It's available for you 24 hours a day. And finally, here's a look at your 10-day forecast.
All right, Paul, thank you so much, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6.
For more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
The NBC Nightly News is up next.
And we'll see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 11. Have a great evening.